I killed a man with my bare hands last Tuesday. Not in some back-alley brawl or heat-of-the-moment frenzy, no. I planned it, savored the build-up like a chef prepping a rare steak, and watched the light fade from his eyes while whispering the name of the boy he ruined. It wasn't murder to me. It was justice. The kind that corporate America buries under NDAs and golden parachutes. And it all started because I wouldn't grovel to a spoiled brat who deserved every scar I imagined carving into his daddy's legacy. The boardroom at Apex Dynamics reeked of stale coffee and entitlement that afternoon, the kind of scent that clings to overpriced suits and underpaid interns. I'd been grinding on Project Phoenix for 18 months, nights blurring into dawns. My marriage cracking like cheap drywall from the neglect. Phoenix was our golden goose, a AI-driven algorithm to predict market crashes before the suits even felt the tremor. I was the lead engineer, the one who coded the beast from scratch, fueled by black market energy drinks and a divorce lawyer's retainer on speed dial. Victor Hale, the CEO, loomed at the head of the glass table like a goddamn emperor in his tailored Armani. His silver hair slicked back, eyes cold as Lake Michigan in January. His son, Tyler, 22, fresh out of some Ivy League party school with a business degree in networking, slouched beside him, smirking like he'd already inherited the kingdom. Tyler had accidentally deleted half my codebase that morning during a team-building demo. Not a glitch. Not a hoopsie deliberate sabotage. His fingers dancing over my keyboard while the room watched, chuckling like it was frat house hijinks. "You gonna fix this, Jake?" Tyler drawled, tossing a Red Bull can my way. It clattered across the table, spilling foam over my notes. Laughter rippled, polite, poisonous. I clenched my fists under the table, nails biting palms, tasting blood on my lip from where I'd chewed it raw. Victor cleared his throat, that paternal rumble that masked a serpent's hiss. "Jake, my boy here was just enthusiastic. Show some grace." Grace. The word hung like smoke from a silenced pistol. I'd shown grace for years, covering for Victor's creative accounting that kept Apex afloat while I ate ramen in a one-bedroom in Queens. Grace when he poached my ideas for his TED Talk, slapping his name on patents that should have been mine. But this, erasing 18 months of my soul because his princeling needed a power trip, I stood, chair scraping like nails on a chalkboard. Enthusiastic. Right. Like how he enthusiastically plowed through 3 interns last quarter, or enthusiastically crashed the company jet on a coke-fueled joyride to Vegas. The room froze. Tyler's smirk cracked, cheeks flushing beet red. Victor's eyes narrowed to slits. "Watch your tone, Harlan. Apologize to my son. Now. Apologize. To the kid who just nuked my life's work." The word ignited something primal, a fuse I'd buried deep since Sarah left, taking our daughter Ellie with her because Daddy's always at the office, chasing ghosts. No. Fuck that. "I'm not apologizing for calling out bullshit when I see it," I said, voice steady as rebar. "You want Phoenix fixed? It'll take weeks. Months. Maybe. And I'll do it on my terms. No more golden boy interference." Victor's face twisted, that fake fatherly mask slipping to reveal the shark beneath. "You're off the project until you apologize to my son." The words landed like a gut punch. But I saw the play, ultimatum to break me, parade my humiliation for the vultures. I could have begged, played the good soldier. Instead, I laughed a raw, jagged sound that echoed off the glass walls. "Then consider this my resignation." I walked out, Badge slapping the scanner one last time. The beep a death knell. Elevator down to the lobby. City rain smearing the windows like tears I wouldn't shed. My phone buzzed. Text from the team. WTF, Jake? Boss is raging. But one stood out. From an unknown number. Knew you'd snap. Meet me.
R.
Rachel. Victor's ex-wife. Tyler's mother. The ghost I'd thought exorcised years ago. I didn't go home that night. Instead, I holed up in a dive bar in Hell's Kitchen, nursing a Jameson that burned less than the betrayal. That's when the secrets started unraveling, thread by bloody thread, pulling me into a revenge that would torch everything and maybe save what's left of me. The rain hammered Manhattan like God's own judgment as I stumbled into the bar, shoulders hunched against the chill that seeped through my thin jacket. O'Malley's was the kind of place where dreams went to die, sticky floors, neon signs flickering live bait over the urinals, and a jukebox crooning Springsteen anthems for the ghosts of blue-collar glory. I claimed a stool at the Scarred Oak Bar. The bartender, a grizzled vet named Mick with tattoos older than my regrets, sliding me a whiskey without asking. Rough day. Harlan, Mick grunted, polishing a glass that had seen better decades. You could say that. I knocked back the shot, the fire blooming in my gut like a promise. My mind replayed the boardroom loop. Tyler's smug grin. Victor's ultimatum. The team's averted eyes. 18 months of Phoenix blood, sweat, code that could have made me a player, not a pawn. Gone because I wouldn't kiss the ring. My phone vibrated again. Insistent. The unknown number, booth and back. Black hat. Don't make me wait. Rachel. It had to be. We'd crossed paths once. Years back. At a company gala where Victor paraded her like a trophy before the cracks showed. She was fire to his ice, sharp wit, curves that turned heads, a laugh that cut through the schmoozing like a switchblade. I'd overheard whispers, her accident that left her scarred, Victor's affairs, the divorce that netted her a settlement but stole her son. Tyler blamed her for everything, or so the tabloid spun. I scanned the dim booth alcove. There she was, black fedora pulled low, cigarette dangling from red lips, exhaling smoke like a dragon rousing. Her eyes, green, feral, locked on mine as I approached. Jake Harlan. The man who finally grew a spine. Her voice was gravel and honey, laced with that South Carolina drawl she'd never lost. Rachel Hale, or Voss now. Right? The text. How'd you know you'd blow it up?
Please.
I've been watching Victor's circus for years. You were the spark I needed. She tapped Dash into a tray, motioning me to sit. Up close. The years hadn't been kind, fine lines around her eyes. A jagged scar peeking from her collarbone, souvenir from the car wreck that ended her modeling days. But the fire? Undimmed. Watching? That's stalker shit. Call it maternal instinct. Tyler's my blood. But Victor turned him into a monster. And you're the key to the cage. I leaned in, whiskey breath mingling with her smoke. Key to what? I just torched my career. No severance. No references. Ellie's tuition? Fucked. Her laugh was bitter. A shard of glass.
Oh.
Honey. You think Phoenix was your baby? Victor stole it from you day one. That algorithm? It's mine. I coded the core back in 18, during one of his business trips. He buried it, slapped your name on the shell to hide the origins. IRS was sniffing too close, embezzlement from the Cayman accounts. The world tilted. My code.
Her code.
I'd built on a ghost framework Victor fed me, piece by piece, never questioning the preloaded modules. Proof. She slid a USB drive across the table. Matte black. Innocuous. Everything. Emails. Timestamps. The works. But that's just the appetizer. Victor's real sin? He framed you for the cover-up. That glitch in the beta test last year, the one that tanked a client's portfolio? Your fingerprints. Literally. He had Tyler plant your DNA on the server room console. Rage coiled in my chest. Hot and viscous. The beta crash. $2 million lost. My ass on the line with subpoenas. Victor saving me by burying the report. I'd carried that guilt like a millstone. Nights awake wondering if I'd fucked up the ethics module. Son of a bitch. Why me? Because you're clean.
Jake.
No skeletons. He needed a fall guy who wouldn't crack. Rachel's eyes softened. Just a flicker. And because I asked him to hire you. Thought you'd be safe. Instead, he used you to bury me deeper. The pieces clicked. Her accident wasn't random. Victor's rage at her digging into the books. The wreck staged to silence her. Tyler, groomed to hate her. Parroting daddy's lies. Betrayal on betrayal. Layers deep as a Ponzi scheme. What now? I pocketed the drive. Pulse thundering. Now, we burn it down. But slow. Make him watch his empire crumble. Piece by guilty piece. Starting with Tyler. Her smile was a blade. I should have walked away, called the cops. Lawyered up. Salvaged what scraps of normalcy Ellie needed. But the whiskey-whispered revenge tasted sweeter. And for the first time in years, I felt alive. We plotted in whispers over the next round, the bar emptying around us like rats from a sinking ship. Rachel's plan was surgical. Leak the USB to the right journalists, ones with grudges against Apex's old money cronies. But twist it personal. Frame Tyler as the embezzler's apprentice. Not just daddy's shadow. He signed off on the transfers, she lied smoothly. Has the emails to prove it.
Leaked.
Embellished. But close enough. Victor covered for him after the jet crash. Hush money from the slush fund. Tyler's the weak link. Break him. And Victor folds. I nodded. The moral compass spinning wild. Ellie's face flashed, her gap-toothed grin at 8. Now 16 and distant. Blaming me for Mom's ghost. This wasn't for her. It was for the man Victor erased. The father I could have been without his chains. By last call, we'd exchanged burners. Set a meet for dawn at her safe house in Brooklyn. I stepped into the rain. The city a glittering beast. And for the first time, I wasn't running. I was hunting. Dawn broke gray and unforgiving over the East River. The safe house a nondescript walk-up in Bed-Stuy. Bricks scarred by graffiti ghosts of gang tags long faded. Rachel buzzed me in. Her black cat Salem. She called it, twining around my ankles like it sensed the sin we were about to commit. The apartment was a war room, laptops humming, whiteboards scrawled with timelines, a corkboard pinned with photos, Victor's smug press shots, Tyler's mug from a DUI's that never stuck, my own employee badge staring back like an accusation. Coffee, she offered, pouring from a pot that smelled like regret. Black. I took the mug, scanning the board. Red string connected us, Hale's offshore accounts, Apex's SEC filings with anomalies, a timeline pinning Tyler's enthusiasm to a pattern of sabotage. You really think this sticks? Victor's got lawyers that eat whistleblowers for breakfast. She smirked, firing up the laptop. That's why we don't whistle. We detonate. Her fingers flew, uploading snippets from the USB to a dark web drop, teasers for the hacks who'd amplify it to mainstream. First leak, anonymous post to Reddit's r/Wall Street Bets. Apex CEO's kid sabotages AI project, insider docs. They'll eat it up. Drive the stock dip. Then, tip to the journal, focus on the beta crash. You're framing. Public sympathy swings your way. My way? I'm the ex-employee who just quit in a huff. Makes me look bitter.
Exactly.
Bitter enough to destroy a titan?
Nah.
We'll spin you as the hero they silenced. She pulled up a draft email. My name forged in the sender field. To the board. CCANG Media. Spilling the embezzlement beans. I hesitated. Steam rising from the mug like doubts. Ellie. If this blows back, use her. Call it the family man scorned angle. Victor preys on that. Turn it on him. Rachel's scar caught the light. A reminder of her own losses. He took my boy.
Jake.
Twisted him into.
That.
You want redemption? This is it. Redemption. The word tasted like ash. I'd borne Victor's sins, the crash guilt, the overtime lies to Sarah. The way Apex's flex hours stole Ellie's recitals. But revenge? It was a drug, promising highs that never lasted. By noon, the leaks hit. My phone, burner now, buzzed with alerts, Apex stock twitching down 2%. Reddit threads exploding with memes of Tyler as the Nepo baby nuke. Comments poured in. This why we can't have nice things. Harlan's a legend. Fuck the Hales. I scrolled, a grin cracking my face despite the knot in my gut. Then, the call from Victor. I let it ring twice on my old phone before answering. Voice casual as a Sunday drive. Harlan speaking. You traitorous prick. His tone was ice over lava. Controlled fury. Whatever poison Rachel's feeding you, stop. Come back. Apologize properly. And we'll call it a misunderstanding. Phoenix needs you. Needs me? Like you needed me to take the fall for your fuck-ups. I let silence stretch, savoring his pause.
No.
Vic. We're past apologies. He laughed, forced and hollow. You think this ends you? One tweet storm. And you're blacklisted. No big tech for Jake Harlan. Good. Maybe I'll start my own firm. Sell Phoenix to the highest bidder, you know? The real version. Not your neutered knockoff. Bluff. But it landed. I heard the intake of breath. Big mistake. Son.
Click.
Son. The words slithered.
Paternal poison.
I pocketed the phone. Adrenaline surging. Rachel watched from the kitchenette, eyes gleaming. How'd it feel? Like the first breath after drowning. We celebrated with takeout Thai, pad CEW greasy as our morals, plotting phase 2, Tyler. He's at the penthouse tonight, she said, scrolling his Insta stories. All bottle service and bikini models. Party for his big win. Crash it. Confront him.
Record the meltdown.
Leak that. And the board turns. Confront, as in, words first. Fists if he swings. Her grin was wolfish. Make it personal. Tell him about the crash. How his joyride killed that pilot's family, widows suing quietly. But we amplify. The pilot. Flash, news clip from 2 years back. Cessna down in the desert. Victor's regrettable incident. I'd sign the NDA without blinking. Loyal dog.
Now,
Fuel for the fire. Night fell like a guillotine. I suited up, dark jeans, leather jacket, burner cam in pocket, and cab to the Upper East Side. The Hale Tower, a monolith of glass and greed overlooking Central Park. Security waved me in. Perks of the old badge ghost. Elevator up. Stomach churning. Ellie's voicemail from yesterday echoing. Dad.
I need to talk.
About Mom. Guilt nod. But I shoved it down. 32nd floor. Penthouse doors ajar. Bass thumping like a migraine. Inside, a sea of trust fund zombies. Coke-dusted mirrors. Champagne flutes clinking. Tyler holding court by the infinity pool. Arm around a blonde half his age. He spotted me. Eyes widening like a deer in halogens. Harlan, the fuck you doing here? Congratulations on the promotion, I said, loud enough for the crowd. Phones emerged, perfect.
Heard you aced that demo today.
Deleting code like a pro. Snickers rippled. Tyler flushed, shoving off the blonde. Get out, loser. Daddy doesn't want you.
Daddy.
Yeah. I stepped closer, voice dropping to venom. Speaking of, remember the jet? That whoops in Vegas. Pilot's wife called me last week. Says hello. Wants her husband's life back. The room hushed. Tyler's face drained. Fists balling. You threatening me? Truth ain't a threat.
Kid.
It's a bill coming due. I pulled the phone, hitting record discreetly. You wanna apologize? For Phoenix? For the crash? Or we keep dancing? He lunged. Wild haymaker, I sidestepped easy. Jim Habit from Sarah's Fix Yourself phase. His momentum carried him into a side table, crystal shattering like his composure. I'll end you. Security. But the crowd murmured. Phones capturing his unravel. Red-faced rant. Slurs flying. Connex. Trailer trash like you. Until two burly goons hauled him back. I slipped out amid the chaos. Heart pounding. Upload already queuing to Rachel. By morning, the video would viral. Apex airs racist meltdown. Ex-engineer exposes. Back in bed Stewie. Rachel waited with wine and a laptop glow. Beautiful. Stocks down 8%. Boards calling emergency meet. Ellie texted. Saw the news. Dad. You okay? I typed back. Better than ever.
Kiddo.
Love you. Lie or truth. The line blurred. Revenge was a high. But the crash? Coming hard. Week 2 dawned with Apex in freefall. Headlines screaming, Hale Dynasty crumbles. Nepo's scandal rocks Wall Street. Victor's fortress cracked. Investors pulling out. SEC knocking polite but insistent. I watched from Rachel's couch. Her head on my shoulder. A tangle of limbs and half-confessions that blurred into something dangerous. Alliance. Or more. You're playing with fire. Jake, she murmured one night. Fingers tracing my tattoo, the broken chain from juvie days. A reminder of Dad's abandonment. Victor's desperate. He'll come for us. Let him. But doubt crept, cold as the autumn wind rattling the windows. Ellie had visited, awkward coffee in a midtown Starbucks. Her eyes wide at my entrepreneur phase. This revenge thing.
Dad.
It's not you. Mom said you were always the good guy.
Good guy.
The label chafed. I'd covered Victor's ass on the beta crash, signing affidavits that painted me as the sloppy coder. Took the heat. Lost Sarah's trust.
Now.
Unleashing it felt righteous, until the widow's email landed. Mr. Harlan.
Thank you.
But justice won't bring Tom back. Guilt. That old bastard. Punch low. Was I hero, or just another shark in the tank? Rachel's plan escalated. Phase 3. The kill shot. We hit the core, the embezzlement. Full USB dump to WikiLeaks-style site. But timed with a board leak, Tyler's the signatory on the dirty transfers. Forgery? I pressed. We doctored docs. Subtle Photoshop to loop Tyler in deeper. Necessary evil. Her eyes hardened.
He chose sides.
At 12. He testified against me in the custody hearing, lied about the abuse Victor fed him. My own son. The pain in her voice cracked something in me. All right. But after, we vanish. New lives. She kissed me then. Fierce and fleeting. Tasting of Merlot and madness.
Deal.
The dump hit Friday. Markets closed for the weekend. Perfect storm. By Saturday, CNBC looped it. Apex fraud. CEO's son implicated in $50 million scheme. Victor's penthouse became a war zone. Paparazzi swarmed like locusts. Tyler's Insta gone dark. Rumors of a breakdown. He called me, Tyler's number. Voice slurred. Desperate. Harlan.
Jake. Please.
It's not, I didn't know about the money. Dad said it was legit. Make it stop. Pity flickered. Unbidden. Kid was 22. Raised in poison ivy. Apologize, I echoed Victor's ultimatum. Irony thick. To your mom.
To the pilot's family.
Then maybe. I can't.
He'll kill me.
Sobs choked the line.
Click.
Rachel overheard. Face ashen. Don't soften. He's the chain. But the chain tightened on me too. Cops showed. Routine questions. Mr. Harlan. About the leaks. I lawyered up with Rachel's shark. Played dumb. Victor's counter. Lawsuit for defamation. Painting me as the jilted psycho. Climax brewed in a neutral site meet. Neutral ground. A derelict warehouse in Red Hook. Arranged via anonymous notes. Victor wanted truce talks. Rachel coached. Record everything. If he threatens, we go nuclear. Press the affair angle. He cheated with your predecessor. Got her pregnant. Paid her off. Warehouse loomed. Rust and shadows. Hudson River lapping like a tongue. I arrived early. Burner mic pinned. Glock, borrowed from Mick. Tucked in waistband. Illegal? Yeah. Necessary? In this America, lines blurred. Victor emerged from a black Escalade. Alone. Trench coat flapping like bat wings. No Tyler. No muscle, just him. Eyes hollowed by defeat. Jake. He extended a hand, gold watch glinting. Let's end this madness. I ignored it. Arms crossed. Madness? You framed me. Stole Rachel's work. Ruined lives.
He sighed.
Theatrical. Phoenix was always apexes. Rachel? Unstable. The crash? Tragic error, Tyler's young.
Pause.
Eyes probing. But you. Your father.
Ellie.
Think of her. Drop the leaks. Testify it was Rachel's revenge fantasy. I'll fund her college. Yours too.
Bribe.
Classic Victor. But the hook, Ellie. He knew my weak spot. Twisted it like a knife. Fuck you. Voice steady. But heart hammered. Apologize. To everyone you broke. His mask slipped, rage flashing. Then calculation. Or what? You leak more? It's done.
Boy.
Board's ousting me. But Tyler's clean. Walk away, heroes. Or I bury you both. That gun?
Trace to you.
Rachel's scar? I can make it look self-inflicted.
Threats.
I hit record harder. Stepping back. You're done.
Vic.
SEC's got the files. Tyler's testifying against you.
Lie.
But it landed. Victor lunged, not for me, but the phone in my hand, smashing it under heel. Enough. Fists flew then, his polished knuckles versus my street grit. I took a graze to the jaw, tasting copper, then countered with a hook that split his lip. We grappled, warehouse-echoing grunts, until he pinned me against crates, breath hot. You think you're avenging? You're just like me, destroying for scraps. The words stung true.
Was I?
For Ellie? Rachel? Or the ghost of who I was? Sirens wailed distant. Backup? Trap? I need him off. Glock drawn. Trembling. On your knees. He laughed. Bloodied. Shoot. Be the monster. Finger on trigger. World narrowed. Then crash of doors. Cops? No, Tyler. Wild-eyed. Pistol shaking in grip. Victor's spare? Dad. He fired wild. Bullet whizzing past. Embedding in wood. Chaos. Victor spun. Son, no. Tyler advanced. Tears streaming. You lied. About Mom. The money. Everything. Betrayal's echo. Victor pleaded. Put it down.
Boy.
We fix this. But Tyler turned the gun on himself? No, on me. You started this. I froze. Glock up. Rachel's voice and head. Break him. Then twist. Tyler swung. Shot grazing Victor's shoulder. Intentional? Accidental? Victor crumpled. Howling. Tyler dropped the gun.
Collapsing.
I didn't mean. Cops burst in anonymous tip. Rachel's doing. Handcuffs clicked. Me for the Glock. Tyler for assault. Victor for everything. Interrogation room. Neon buzz. Coffee like motor oil. Detective Ruiz. Hard-eyed Latina with a no bullshit vibe. Slid photos across. Warehouse aftermath. Victor bandaged in ER. Tyler lawyered up silent. You packing heat. Harlan? In New York? That's a felony. She leaned in. But Hale Sr. singing, embezzlement. The works. Says you coerced Tyler. Lies. I stuck to script. Self-defense. Anonymous threats. Rachel's shark worked magic. Charges dropped to misdemeanors. Plea deal. Outside. Media circus. Apex implodes. Father-son shootout in revenge saga. Stock cratered 40%. Company carved up by vultures. Victor indicted. Tyler in psych eval, suicide watch. Rachel waited in the shadows. Cigarette glowing. It's over. We drove to Jersey. Her hand on mine. Ellie texting. Proud of you. Dad. Whatever this is. But the twist nod. Tyler shot. Meant for Victor. Or both. In the chaos. I'd seen his eyes. Not hate. But liberation. And Victor's last whisper. As medics wheeled him. You freed him.
Jake.
Damn you.
Ending?
Victor rots in white-collar hell. Tyler in therapy rebuilding. Maybe calling Rachel.
Me?
Phoenix Code sold to a startup. Enough for Ellie's tuition and a cabin upstate. Rachel and I.
Tentative?
Scarred but stitching. Happy? Tragic? You decide. In America, revenge is just another hustle. Win some, lose your soul. But for one night, staring at the stars over the Delaware, I slept without ghosts. The cabin smelled of pine sap and fresh paint, a far cry from the Queen's apartment's mildew ghosts. Ellie unpacked boxes in the living room, her laughter echoing off log walls as she unearthed my old vinyls, Springsteen, Dylan, the soundtrack of a life half-lived.
Dad.
Seriously? Born to run? You're such a cliché. I ruffled her hair, now dyed electric blue at the tips, a rebellion I'd pay for in college apps. Clichés got us here.
Kid.
Beats subway rats. It had been 3 months since the warehouse bloodbath, the headlines fading to financial footnotes. Apex's carcass picked clean, assets auctioned, employees scattered like confetti from a bankrupt parade. Victor Hale, once Wall Street silver fox, now a spectral figure in orange jumpsuits, his appeals as futile as his charm. Tyler, out on bond, holed up in a Malibu rehab that cost more than my old salary, reconstructing under therapists who billed by the trauma. Rachel and I, we danced around labels, partners in crime, lovers in limbo. She split time between the cabin and her Charleston roots, mending fences with a son who'd finally called her mom without venom. He's clean, she'd say, voice thick. For now. But peace? Itchier than a wool suit in July. Nightmares jerked me awake, Glock heavy in hand. Tyler's wild eyes. Victor's laugh echoing. You're just like me. Ellie noticed. Her therapist speak gentle. P.
Dad.
Talk it out. I tried. Over campfires crackling with asmores and secrets. Back at Apex, I thought I was building something. Legacy. Instead, I was the mule, hauling Victor's dirt. She poked the fire, sparks rising like accusations. And now, this startup buyout, Phoenix 2.0, you're the boss. Boss of nothing. The check cleared, 7 figures. Wired anonymous through Rachel's channels. Enough to buy the cabin. Fund Ellie's NYU dreams. Even stash for Sarah's alimony surprises. But the code? I'd gutted it. Stripped Hale's taint. Rebuilt clean. No more predicting crashes, just optimizing supply chains for mom and pops. The anti-Apex. Rachel arrived that weekend, trunk loaded with low-country shrimp and grits. Her drawl wrapping the air like humidity. Brought the fixings. Figured city boys gone full lumberjack. Ellie hugged her fierce. Aunt Ratch, the bond forged in leaked docks and late-night vents. Dinner sprawled, stories of Tyler's first steps, Rachel's misty eyes. Ellie's prom disasters, my averted gaze. The warehouse skipped like a stone over dark water. Later, porch swing creaking under stars. Rachel's head on my shoulder. Heard from the widow today. Tom's wife. Dropped the suit against Tyler, said the truth set her free.
Free.
The word hung.
Bittersweet.
I'd visited her once. Post-chaos, modest row house in Staten Island. Photos of a gap-toothed boy, now fatherless. You didn't have to, she'd said, handing tea with trembling hands. But thank you. Guilt lingered. A low hum. Had I freed her? Or just traded one pain for the spotlight? Then the letter came, certified. Crisp envelope from a Manhattan firm. Victor's lawyers. Settlement offer. Cease all narratives. $5 million for your silence. Rachel snorted over coffee. He's bargaining from a cell. Desperate. Or smart. I folded it away. Ellie sees this. It'll reopen wounds. She touched my arm. Scar brushing skin. Your call.
Jake.
But remember, Mick's Glock? Cops never found it. We buried loose ends. The gun. Sunk in the Hudson. Weighted with warehouse dust. Another sin on the ledger. Ellie's internship started Monday, some tech nonprofit in the village. Coding apps for foster kids. Paying it forward, she grinned. Backpack slung. Dropped her at the bus. Watched taillights fade. Chest tight. Fatherhood's fragile. One wrong code. And the system's glitch. Rachel and I drove south that fall. Her Beamer hugging Carolina curves. Windows down to salt air. Charleston welcomed wary. Shrimp boats bobbing. Pastel row houses hiding old sins. Tyler waited at a harborside cafe. Gaunt in chinos and polo. Eyes clear but skittish. Jake. He stood awkward. Handshake limp. No Harlan bite. Thanks for coming. Rachel hovered. Maternal shield up. We sat. Iced teas sweating. Small talk stumbling over weather and waves. Then, Dad's appeal denied. Full sentence, 20. Minimum. Tyler's voice cracked. He wrote me. Says you're the devil who tempted us. Devil. Fitting. He tempted himself.
Kid.
Long before me. Tyler nodded, staring at the water. I shot him to stop him from hurting you? Or me? Therapy says trauma bond.
Pause. Raw.
I lied about Mom. The custody shit. Thought it'd make him love me more. Rachel's hand found his. Tears unshed.
Oh.
Baby. I watched. Outsider to their mending. The betrayal's scar tissue knitting. Apologize accepted, I said soft. Now build something real. He did. Eventually, joined a VC firm for green startups. Channeling the nepotism into redemption arcs. Tabloids called it Hail Air's pivot. I called it fragile. Back north. Winter bit hard, snow blanketing the cabin like forgiveness unsought. Ellie aced midterms. Dated a barista with sleeve tats. Her world expanding sans my shadows. Rachel and I, solidified. Rings swapped in a Vegas whim, shotgun chapel. Elvis officiating. No hails invited. But the past prowls. Victor died in March. Heart attack in Sing Sing. Official. Unofficial whispers. Poison whispers from old enemies I'd stirred. His last letter. Smuggled by a lawyer. You won, son. But Ellie's not yours alone. Check the DNA. What? Bullshit ploy? I dug. Private eye. Discreet. Results. Clean. Ellie's mine. Blood and bone. But the seed of doubt? Planted. Twists echo. In revenge's wake. Paranoia reigns. Victor's ghost laughs from the grave. Whispering just like me. Ellie graduated spring 27. Cap toss under cherry blossoms. Her speech on glitches as growth hitting too close. I clapped loudest. Rachel's arm linked. Tyler in the crowd invited. Tentative uncle figure. After party at the cabin. Beers. Barbecues. Springsteen blasting. Ellie pulled me aside. Serious. Dad. That letter you burned?
I saw.
Victor's lie. You knew.
Guessed.
Mom, Sarah, told me before she
Passed.
Cancer. Quiet last year. I'd been too buried in leaks to notice signs. She said you carried everything for us. No more. No more. Promise or epitaph. We danced then, father-daughter sway. Her head on my shoulder like when she was small. Rachel watched, smiling soft. Tyler clinked bottles. To second chances. A happy ending? In America's grind, it's a pause. Victor's empire dust. Sins aired. But the moral mire? We weighed it daily, no heroes. Just survivors splitting the gray. As fireflies winked, I whispered to the night, "Forgive me, Ellie, for the gun, the lies, the man I became." She squeezed my hand. "Already did, Dad." And for one summer, it was enough. Summer haze clung to the cabin like a bad habit, fireflies pulsing in the meadow as Ellie's laughter carried from the hammock where she swung with her barista beau. Marcus, dreads and dimples. A physics major with dreams bigger than his student loans. Rachel and I grilled burgers on the deck, smoke curling lazy. Tyler nursing a seltzer by the cooler, his rehab glow fading into awkward silences. Family? Frankenstein's stitch job. Seams showing under the sun. Pass the tongs? Preacher man, Rachel teased, bumping my hip. Her ring caught light, simple gold band. Engraved from ashes, a vow we'd whispered in that neon chapel. Hung over on hope. I flipped patties, grease spitting like accusations. Tyler's eyeing the woods like it's got answers. She glanced over.
Maternal radar pinging.
Give him time. First family hoedown since the shitstorm. Shitstorm. Understatement. Post-grad. Ellie's nonprofit gig had blown up, app adopted by NYC shelters. Her face in TechCrunch as the next big thing. Irony. Coding for the broken. Daughter of a man who'd shattered empires. Tyler wandered over. Plate empty. Mind if I? He grabbed a spatula. Flipping awkward. The domesticity a mask over the maw. Skill for a VC shark, I quipped. He shrugged. Eyes down. Trying normal. Dad's estate finalized. Left me the beach house. But with strings. Clawback if I disgrace again. Disgrace. Rachel's voice sharpened. Like breathing without his script. Tyler's jaw ticked. I visited him. Before. Sing Sing.
He said.
You two planned it. The leaks. The confrontation. To break us. Lie or Victor's venom. Rachel set down her beer. Hand on his arm. We exposed truth. Baby. He built the cage. He pulled away.
Soft.
Truth's subjective. Therapy, says I, enabled. Codependent. Ellie called from the hammock. Uncle T. Marcus challenges you to cornhole. Tyler forced a grin. Retreating to the game. Rachel watched. Worry etching. He's cracking. Blames us for the shot. The shot that saved him. My defense. Wrote. Night fell velvet. Stars pricking the sky as we gathered round the fire pit. Esmores sticky. Stories spinning. Marcus regaled with quantum rifts, entanglement. Man. One particle flips. The other's doomed. Ellie giggling. Tyler nodding intent. Rachel's head on my knee. Then. The call burner vibrate in my pocket. Number blocked but familiar. Manhattan area. I stepped away. Voice low. Harlan.
Jake.
Sarah's sister. Aunt Lena. Voice reedy from smokes and sorrow. It's about Ellie.
The test.
Victor wasn't lying. World stuttered. What test? DNA. Sarah suspected. Before cancer.
Ellie.
She's Tyler's half-sister. Victor's affair with your predecessor? The one he paid off. She worked under you. Named the kid after you.
But.
Switched at birth?
No.
Paternity swap. Victor fudged records to hide the scandal. Past Ellie is yours. Bullshit. Air sucked thin. Proof. Coming certified. Lawyers handling. For Ellie's sake.
Click.
I staggered back. Firelight blurring. Rachel rose. Concern creasing.
Who?
Ghosts. I sank beside her. Words tumbling, Lena's claim. The affair. The swap. Her face paled. Green eyes storm-dark. Victor. That bastard. She gripped my hand, knuckles white. Explains the letter. His check the DNA. Parting fuck you. Ellie laughed distant. Oblivious. Tyler tossed beanbags. Marcus cheering. Half-siblings? The revelation twisted like barbed wire. My daughter. Victor's spawn? No, affair's fruit. Records rigged to bury it under my name. Rage simmered. Old friend. We tell them. Not tonight. Rachel's pragmatist steel. Confirm first. Protect her world. Sleep evaded. Cabin creaking confessions.
Dawn.
I drove to the city solo, lawyer's office in Midtown. Manila envelope waiting. Results. 99.9% match. Ellie and Tyler. Paternal siblings. Memo. Paternity concealed via forged docs. 2008. Subject me, uninvolved. Uninvolved. The word gutted. I'd raised her. Diapers. Fevers. First steps. Believing blood bound us.
Now?
Illusion. Courtesy of Victor's deceit. Back home. Envelope burning pocket. I found Rachel on the porch. Coffee cooling. It's true. She pulled me down. Embrace fierce. Doesn't change shit. You're her dad. Soul deep. But Tyler. Complicates. But family adapts. Her scar brushed my cheek. We expose? Or bury like Victor did? Expose. Truth's scalpel. Carving wounds afresh. Bury. Lies bomb. Preserving peace. Moral gray. Again. Ellie burst out. Backpack slung. Heading to the city, meeting with donors. Love you guys. Kiss on cheek.
Gone.
Tyler lingered. Eyes questioning. You okay? Jake? Looked like saw a ghost.
Worse.
Family ones. Slip of tongue. He froze. Then nodded slow. Understanding dawning? Rachel deflected. Go help Marcus with a grill cleanup. Earn your keep. Alone. We wait. Tell Ellie. Risk her foundation crumbling. Who am I? Tears. Tyler? Could heal their rift. Or ignite old hates. Decision. Staged reveal. Weekend therapy sesh. Neutral ground. Counselor versed in corporate carnage. Invite all. Ellie. Tyler.
Us.
Session loomed rainy Saturday. Upstate clinic smelling of chamomile and catharsis.
Dr.
Voss, Rachel's cousin. Irony noted facilitated circle chairs.
Tissues at ready.
I started. Voice gravel. Family secrets. Victor's last joke. DNA.
Ellie.
You're Tyler's half-sister. Victor's daughter. Records faked to make you mine. Silence. Thunderous. Ellie's face crumpled, shocked to sorrow.
But. You.
Diapers.
Dad.
That's not fake.
Tears hot.
Never was. Blood's just ink. Loves the story. Tyler gaped, then laughed. Hysterical edge. Holy shit.
I'm.
Uncle? Brother? He reached for Ellie.
Tentative.
Sis. She recoiled, then lunged. Hug fierce. Sobs mingling. You shot him. For us. Idiot move, he muttered. But yeah. Rachel joined. Circle closing, arms linked. Voss murmuring affirmations. Catharsis?
Raw.
Ripping. After. Drive home quiet. Ellie's shotgun. Hand in mine. Does this change NYU?
Us.
Nope. Firm. You're Harlan through and through. She smiled faint.
Good.
'Cause Marcus proposed. Eloped vibes. Laughter bubbled. Tension cracking. Tyler trailed in his Jeep. Texting. Family trip? Beach house. Rachel squeezed from back. Tell him yes. Summer deepened. Beach house weekends blending sand and stories. Tyler's tales of rehab revelations. Ellie's wedding plans minimalist. Marcus's quantum quips, lightning loads. Victor's shadow? Fading. Not gone, letters from his estate lawyer trickling, bequests. Codicils hinting more skeletons. One unearthed, the predecessor's diary. Mailed anonymous, affair details. Victor's coercion. Her suicide veiled as accident. Guilt anew. For not seeing her despair amid code reviews. I burned at Lakeside. Ashes scattering. Rest. Whoever. Twists ripple, truth freed. But waves lap endless. Ellie wed Marcus under oaks. Me walking aisle. Tyler best man. To glitches and growth. Rachel whispered vows echo. From ashes. Happy? In fractures mended crooked.
Yes.
Tragic? When ghosts whisper doubts at midnight. America's revenge, not end, but evolution. We choose the scars we wear. Fall foliage ignited the drive to Charleston. Leaves aflame in crimson and gold. The Beamer's engine purring like a contented beast. Ellie and Marcus led in their Prius. Honeymooners glow undimmed by the U-Haul trailer hauling their Brooklyn starter flat finds. Tyler's Tesla shadowed. Him and his latest, Lila. A lithe environmental lawyer with a laugh like wind chimes, chatting policy over podcasts. Rachel and I brought up rear. Her hand on my thigh. Radio crooning Dylan. The times they are a-changin'.
Change.
The word mocked. 6 months post-reveal. Our patchwork family held, stitches strained but holding. Ellie's apps scaled national. Grants flowing, Tyler's VC pivoted ethical. Greenwashing his past.
Me?
Phoenix 2.0, thrived quiet. Consulting gigs, padding the cabin fund. Rachel? Ghostwriter memoirs for whistleblowers. Her own untold. But Victor's codicils nod, lawyer calls cryptic. Unresolved assets. Meet in person. Charleston loomed. Harbor mists veiling old wounds. We crashed at the beach house, Victor's bequest. Now Tyler's reluctant throne. Shingles salt faded. Waves crashing eternal. Inside, shiplap walls hung with Ellie's abstracts. Lila's succulents greening corners. Dinner sprawled. Gulla's seafood boil. Low country spice burning tongues. Beers clinking toasts to new chapters. Later. Fire pit crackled. Marcus strumming guitar. Folksy covers. Ellie harmonizing soft. Tyler pulled me aside. Bourbon in hand. Lawyer tomorrow. Dad's surprise. You in. Wouldn't miss. Half-truth. Dread coiled. Victor's gifts laced poison. Morning misted the veranda. Coffee steaming as we piled into Tyler's Tesla. Me, him, Rachel, Ellie insistent. Family business. Lila minded the house. Marcus surfing. Charleston law office. Antebellum facade hiding modern ruthlessness. Mahogany desks polished to mirror sins.
Caskew.
Hargrove silver fox light. Bowties strangled, greeted crisp. Mr. Hale's final instructions. Sealed till his passing. Envelope slit. Content spilled. Deeds. Ledgers. A letter in Victor's scrawl. To my heirs, blood and borrowed. The Empire's bones, offshore vaults. Untraced. But beware, the key's a curse.
Jake.
You started the fall, finish it right. Or burn.
Key?
USB. Antique now. Labeled Phoenix Origin. Hargrove explained. Pre-Apex prototype. Rachel's code. Yes, but Victor's graft. Backdoored to siphon data. Sold to feds? Immunity. Or destroy, silence forever. Ellie's eyes widened. Data? Like NSA shit. Tyler paled. Dad's insurance. Blackmail fodder on rivals. Insider trades. Affairs. Rachel snatched the drive. Face thunder. Bastard. Buried it to frame me if cornered. Choice loomed. Destroy clean slate. But lose leverage on loose ends. Victor's cronies still in power. Sell riches. But blood money. Ethics shredded. Drive back silent. USB burning pocket. Beach house debate raged over lunch. Shrimp tacos forgotten. Marcus. Quantum ethics observe. And it changes. Lila. Expose. Justice delayed. Ellie. Dad. You carried his sins once. Don't again. Her words pierced. I pocketed the drive. We vote. Democracy. Hale Harlan style. Tally. Destroy. Unanimous, but Tyler's abstention. Can't. It's his ghost. Night fell stormy. Thunder rumbling like Victor's laugh. I slipped out. Waves pounding. USB in hand. Salt air whipped. Lighter flicked, flame-kissing plastic. Code curling black. Burned it slow. Ashes to sea. Finished. You fucker. Relief? Fleeting. Back inside. Family huddled board games. Monopoly ironic. Laughter forced then free. But Twist whispered. Hargrove's call next dawn. Forgotten addendum. Letter to Ellie alone. She went. Returned ashen. Dad, Victor. He knew.
About the switch.
Wanted to claim me. But couldn't. Your love too strong.
Tears.
He envied you. Envy. The titan felled by a father's fierce. We hugged. Circled tight. Winter brought snow to the coast, rare. Magic. Ellie pregnant announced over mulled wine. Tyler toasting mini glitch. Lila's ring soon followed. Rachel and I, grandparents in waiting. Cabin prepped for visits. One eve. Porch swing. Her head on shoulder. Regrets.
Some.
The gun. The lies.
Pause.
But you?
Us.
Best revenge.
Kiss.
Salt and spice. Spring bloomed. Ellie's bump showing at the shower. Co-ed bash. Beach bonfire. Tyler gifted onesies. Future coder. Marcus grilled ethical eats. Then. The shadow. Anonymous package. Warehouse blueprints. Altered.
You missed one. Note read.
Victor's mole? Or paranoia? I traced. Old Apex engineer. Grudge held. Confronted in a Queen's diner. Coffee cold. Victor paid me to plant evidence, your DNA on servers. Now, clean conscience costs. Bribe?
No.
Join Phoenix 2.0. Build right.
He did.
Redemption chain. Baby arrived summer, Lila Rose Harlan. Red-haired whale. Ellie held her. Eyes mine.
See?
Blood's bullshit. Tyler's firm boomed. Green investments. His face in Forbes as reformed heir. Rachel's memoir dropped. Caged Code. Bestseller.
Her scar bared.
We toured. Hand in hand. Twist final. Victor's vault cracked by feds. Using my burned prototype echoes?
No.
Independent probe. My leaks the spark. Ending? We thrive in grays. Family forged in fire. Revenge's embers warm. Not scorching. Controversy? Readers debate. Hero or hypocrite? Destroyer or dad? In America's endless reboot.
Both.
And enough. The nursery glowed soft under sailboat mobiles. Lila Rose's coos a symphony against the cabin's hush. Ellie nursed in the rocker. Marcus dozing on the quilted floor. His quantum texts played like defeated foes.
Outside.
Adirondack fall painted the woods in fire. Elliot insisted on a leaf-peeping, baby moon extension, turning our retreat into a full Harlan Hale caravan. Tyler and Lila grilled venison on the deck. Rachel's laughter mingling with hers, sister-in-law bond blooming over shared scars. I watched from the doorway. Coffee mug warm anchor. Father twice over. Now Grandpa? The math bent. Ellie's switch made Lila my great-niece by blood. But heart claimed all. Victor's lie layered deep. But love. Unbreakable code. Rachel slipped beside. Arm linking. Penny for the ghosts. None today. Lie light. Hargrove's last call echoed. Vault raid yielded more. Victor's confession vid. Mailed posthumous. If you're watching, Jake, you broke the wheel. But wheels turn. Protect the girl. Ellie. Coded. We'd screened it family style. Post Lila's birth, projector flickering in the beach house den. Wine poured heavy. Victor's face gaunt. Cell shadows carving hollows. I built Apex on backs, yours included. Rachel's genius. My greed. The affair? Weakness. Ellie. My regret. Raise her right. Harlan. Better than I did Tyler. Tears tracked. Ellie's soft. Tyler's choked. He knew I shot to save. Forgave. Marcus ventured. Understood. Tyler corrected. Enough.
Now.
Cabin idle. Lila's first smile at Tyler's goofy faces. Ellie's app hitting 1 mil users. Foster matches soaring. My consults? Steady. Phoenix evolving to AI ethics watchdog. Ironically policing the beasts I'd birthed. But autumn winds carried whispers. Tyler's VC under SEC sniff again. Green facade cracking to reveal old Hale taint. Due diligence fuck up. He confessed over whiskey. Lila asleep upstairs. One bad investment. Fossil fuels masked as carbon capture. Cut it, I advised. Voice steel. Or it cuts you. He nodded. Eyes haunted. Dad's shadow. Always. Rachel and I drove him to the meet. Board showdown in Raleigh. Sterile conference room humming tension. Tyler presented cleanup. Divest. Donate proceeds to Ellie's nonprofit. Board bought. Grudging. Hale 2.0. Chairwoman quipped. Relief ride home. Dylan again. Like a rolling stone. Tyler exhaled. Thanks. For not letting me roll back. Family's glue. Forgiveness forged hot. Thanksgiving sprawled epic. Cabin tables groaned under turkey. Cornbread. Rachel's gumbo fusion. Lila in high chair. Mashing yams. Marcus debating Thanksgiving myths with Tyler. Pilgrims were socialists. Ellie glowed maternal. Hand on mine. Your legacy, Dad. Glitches and all. Legacy. The word warmed. Till the knock UPS. Nondescript box. Sender, anonymous. Inside, dossier, yellowed clippings. Photos. My Jivvy rap sheet?
No.
Sarah's, her accident pre-cancer. Car wreck mirroring Rachel's. Forged brakes? Victor's MO. Note. She knew too much. Your turn. Paranoia spike. Rachel scanned. Face ashen. He silenced her. To keep you leashed. Sarah. My ghost wife.
Distant in death.
She'd left citing your apex addiction, but whispers now. She'd confronted Victor. Overheard embezzlement pillow talk during an intern tryst? No, her own dig. Freelance journalist moonlight. Ellie overheard. Lila on hip. Mom? Murdered. Alleged. I pulled her close. We'll dig. Dig we did. Private eye redix. Rachel's contacts. Trail led to a mechanic. Retired. Palms greasy. Hale's limo service. Routine on the brakes. Paid cash. No questions. Confession taped. Leak prepped, but to who? Media? Or feds? Tying to Victor's empire? Family vote again. Expose. For Sarah, Ellie fierce. Drop hit Christmas Eve, CNN Sharon. Apex scandal deepens. Founder's wife death suspected foul. Stock ghost stirred. Victor's cronies quaking. Backlash. Threats. Burn cross mail. Slash tires on Tyler's Tesla. We hunkered. Cabin fortress. Lila's cries the only breach. New Year's dawn. A snow muffled. Rachel and I walked the woods, boots crunching, breath fogging vows. Too much blood, she murmured. Or just enough.
Kiss.
Cold lips warming. Ellie returned to Brooklyn Spring. Lila toddling. Marcus tenure track. Tyler's firm purified. Lila pregnant. Double trouble. Rachel's sequel memoir. Wheels turning. Bestseller again. Tours triumphant. My twist. Sarah's spirit. Via letters unearthed. Jake. Forgive my distance. Victor threatened. For you.
Ellie.
Live free.
Free.
I did. Phoenix nonprofit now. Ethics AI for abuse survivors. Taught classes. Ellie's app integrated. One lecture. Front row. Tyler. Notebook out. Mentor me. Always. Summer solstice. Beach house reunion. Lila Rose chasing waves with cousin babe bump. Ellie's grilling. Marcus quantum quipping. Rachel and I sunset strolled. Rings glinting. Regret the burn? She asked. Nodding seaward. USB ashes long dissolved. Best code I wrote.
Smile.
But controversy brews. Feds raid old Apex holdouts. My leaks credited. Heroes or hackers? Readers split. Justice or vendetta? In grays. We dance. Family's rhythm. Revenge's echo faint. Enough?
For now.
Lila Rose's second birthday dawned salty sweet. Beach house banners flapping in the breeze. Cake towers teetering with ocean blue icing. Ellie orchestrated chaos. Piñata swings from Marcus's physics-perfect arcs. Tyler's drone filming aerial antics. Lila's cousin kick in utero via Lila's glowing bump. Rachel and I man the grill. Shrimp sizzling. Her laughter light as she dodged Ellie's anti-cake smash. Think she'll inherit the code gene? Rachel nodded at Lila. Chubby fists battering a sandcastle. Or the grudge, I quipped, flipping skewers. Lighter now. Post-dossier drop, Sarah's accident exposed. Victor's web unraveling further. No arrests statute cold, but closure warmed, like this sun on scarred skin. Tyler sidled up, beer in hand. Lila's mini-me on his hip, his Lila Jr. 6 months scummy grinned. Heard from Hargrove, last loose end. Vault epilogue, charity trust. For reformed heirs, I air quoted. Ours, if we claim. He snorted. Dad's guilt tax. Pass for now. Ellie called Grace. Circle hands, grateful circled Lila's Wawa for waves. Marcus's tenure. Tyler's IPO greenlit ethical. My turn, to ghosts laid. And family found. Amen echoed. Forks clinking. Afternoon waned lazy. Naps in hammocks. Ghost stories round fire pit as dusk bruised purple. Lila Jr. dozed on Tyler's chest. His story spinning. Once, a king built towers on sand. Bad king, little Lila interjected. Thumb-sucking sage. But storms came. Towers fell. King learned, build with friends, not gold. Ellie squeezed my knee, eyes misty. Our tale. Uncle T. Night deepened, stars pricking like pinholes to heaven. Rachel and I escaped to the widow's walk. Bottle of Pinot shared. Waves coral below. 2 years since the warehouse, she murmured. Head on shoulder. Feels lifetimes. I swirled wine.
Tart on tongue.
You regret the plan? The doctor docks. Her scar caught moonlight. Silvered. Regret inaction more. Victor deserved the fall.
Deserved.
Philosophy's thorn, his death, natural or nudged, sparked debates in true crime pods. Harlan's hand? Or Hale's hubris? I tuned out. Focused forward. Phoenix nonprofit boomed, ethics audits for tech giants. My testimony Congress-bound. Ellie consulted. Her app core module. But it returned. Anonymous email. Post-birthday. Ellie's glitch, not switch. Victor's sperm donor scheme. Your samples?
His lab.
She's yours. But tainted. What? Bullshit blackmail. I traced IP. Burner. But bounced to Apex Ghosts. Confronted Tyler. Beach walk. Waves erasing footprints. Heard whispers. Dad's fertility fix.
He blanched.
Old rumor. Infertile. Post-affair scare. Froze samples. Swap labels. Ellie. Tested post-reveal. Yours true. Relief flooded. Then fury. Why hide?
Shame.
His empire. His impotence. Tyler kicked shell. Burn the files myself. After. Brotherhood sealed in silence. Shoulders clapped. Ellie caught wind. Maternal radar. Dad? The email?
Bull.
You're mine, period. She hugged fierce.
New.
Mom's letters. Jake's heart. That's her code. Sarah's grace. Eternal. Fall tour. Rachel's book launch NYC. Me escort. Tux ironic. Panel. Revenge lit. Catharsis or caution? Audience split. Cheers for burn it down. Gasps at moral cost. Q&A Barb. Harlan. Did you kill Hale? Laughter mine.
Edged.
Killed as lies. Rest was karma. Backstage. Rachel. They love the gray. Winter solstice. Cabin Yule. Stocking stuffed. Lila Rose helping tree trim. Ornaments shattering glee. Marcus's theorem toasts. Tyler's investments gifting Ellie's nonprofit seed. Then. The raid. Feds at Tyler's firm. Dawn no knock. Money laundering. Hale holdovers. Panic call. Jake, it's bad. Old account surfaced. Rachel and I drove frantic. Snow-slick roads. Raleigh lockup. Tyler orange jumpsuit. Eyes hollow. Not me. Sabotage. Rival VC. Using dad's playbook. Proof? Rachel's hacker friend Doug. Forged transfers. Timestamps off. Tyler's alibi ironclad. But optics toxic. Bail posted. My Phoenix funds dipped. We lawyered Apex, pun bitter. Trial loomed summer. Media circus revived. Hale airs encore fall. Ellie rallied. Crowdfund Justice for Green. App users donating. Lila pregnant solidarity bump. Climax court. Sweltering July. Gallery packed. True crime tourists. Old Apex vultures. Tyler testified calm. Dad taught survival. I chose different. Cross-exam gut punch. Samples swapped. Your infertility? Mr. Hale. Objection overruled. Tyler. Private. Irrelevant. But whisper rippled. Victor's vanity. Echoed in son's grace. Acquittal. Jury deadlocked. Mistrial magic. Charges dropped. Rival indicted. Afterparty beach. Bonfire blaze. Tyler toasting to glitches fixed. Lila Jr. Toddled. Lila beaming maternal. Twist. Rival's confession. Hired by Victor's estate executor. Grudge eternal. We sued. One settlement. Charity bound. Ending arc. Families entwine. Lies layers peeled. Controversy? Podcast debate. Setup or karma? In America's reboot. We code on gray heroes.
Flawed.
August heat baked the beach house deck. Grill smoke veiling the horizon where Atlantic met endless sky. Lila Rose chased bubbles in her frock. Giggles piercing the sizzle of burgers. While her cousin, Tyler's Lila Jr., now two and terror, stacked blocks with Marcus's patient guidance. Entropy says it'll topple. But try. Ellie lounged shaded. Bump round with number 2. Fanning herself with a case file, her law school's summer read. Corporate conspiracy. Rachel basted ribs. Drawl teasing. Lawyer now. Code queen? Victor'd spin. Ellie grinned. His spin's what I'm studying. To prevent. Prevent. Mantra post-trial. Tyler's encore echoing in headlines faded to filler. His firm rebranded Hale Horizon. Transparent audits mandatory. My Phoenix ethics baked in. Investors returned wary. But green creds held. Tyler emerged from surf. Bored underarm. Salt-crusted demigod. Lila, wife. Not daughter, toweled his hair. Their whisper laugh intimate. Verdict's in, he announced.
Dripping.
Rival's plea. 15. Plus restitution. Cheers erupted. Bottles clinked, non-alcoholic for the bumps. To horizons, I toasted. Arm around Rachel. But undercurrent tugged. Executor's trial loomed fall. Tyler's saboteur. Victor's will's worm. Hargrove testified. Hale Sr. Scripted contingencies. If fallen, fell others.
Me?
Subpoenaed witness. Warehouse recount. Leaks genesis. Dreadlow. But Ellie coached. Stick to facts. Graze your armor. Labor Day, weekend blurred festive, bonfire yarns. Lila Rose's scary story, a garbled ghost, daddy bad. We hushed. Redirecting to S. Mores. Rachel pulled me dockside. Moon path silver on water. Ellie's water breaking? Nah. Contractions practice? Laughter eased. False alarm last week. Marcus near fainted. Her hand on belly, hers flat, but eyes soft.
Kids.
Chaos code. Best kind.
Kiss.
Lingering. Miss the hunt.
Some.
But this? Gesture encompassing. Upgrade. October courthouse loomed granite in Raleigh. Air crisp with fallen leaves. Gallery hummed, press. Podcasters. Apex alumni ghosts. Executor. Wendell. Paunchy ex-CFO. Sweated in dock. Eyes darting. My turn. Stand.
Oath.
Recount. Boardroom blow up. Rachel's USB. Warehouse melee. Self-defense. Victor threatened. Tyler. Intervened. Cross. You armed illegal. Mr. Harlan. Intent to kill. Protect.
Calm.
Leaked truths. Not blood. Jury nodded. Pens scratched. Tyler's testimony sealed. Wendell forged on Dad's directive, posthumous. Protect legacy. But legacies lie. Conviction swift, fraud. Conspiracy. Sentence. 10. White-collar cage.
Outside.
Media scrum. Harlan. Revenge complete. Justice. Ellie interjected. Mic grabbing pro. For all the switch stories. Viral clip. Her star rising. TED Talk invite followed. Winter wrap gentle. Cabin holidays. Second grandbaby. Theo Quantum Harlan. Born blizzard night. Marcus crowing. Schrodinger's healthy. Tyler's family swelled. Lila's bump birthing Ethan Hale. Beach christening joint. Rachel's third book. Horizon Code. Recipes woven with revenge reflections. Bestseller cozy. My Phoenix? Global now. UN consults. AI accords drafted. Ethics enshrined. But twist uncoils. Anonymous drive. Mailed plain. Labeled unburned. Prototype echo? No, Victor's vid sequel. Time-stamped post-death? Forgery? Content. Him. Haggard. Jake, if this plays. Wendell's failed. Last gift. Coordinates. Buried asset. Bermuda. For Ellie. Raise her empire right. Trap? Treasure? Rachel's hacker. Legit sig. But rigged. Trace opens to you. Choice. Dig or delete. Family powwow. Beach house.
Kids napping.
Ellie his right.
Nah.
Donate. Tyler. Barry. End it. We did. Coordinates to feds. Asset seized. $10 million slush. Laundered clean for victims' funds. Sarah's included. Memorial scholarship. Ellie's commencement spring. Law grad. Bump with 3. Speech. Glitches teach fix. Don't flee. I beamed front row. Rachel's hand squeezing. Summer solstice redux. Bonfires bigger. Kids Legion. Lila Rose 5. Bossing Theo's toddles. Ethan cooing. Marcus tenured. Tyler's IPO soared sustainable. Rachel and I. Vows renewed. Vegas return. Elvis encore. Families crashing. Nightcap porch. Empire she quipped.
Ours.
Arm around. Stars winking. Controversy lingers. Pods debate. Hale's gift. Grace or goading? Gray wins. We built better. Broken but bold. America's Tale, Revenge Reboots to Redemption. Decades Cusp Shimmered, 2035. Beach house verandas strung with solar lanterns. Waves a eternal hush to the clink of glasses. Lila Rose, 11 now. Strummed guitar like her uncle. Belting Dylan's times, her siblings Theo 9. Ethan 8, harmonizing off-key. A chorus of chaos kin. Ellie, law prof at NYU. Cradled newborn Mira, 4. Wait no. Timeline stretch, Mira the 4th. Bump history looped in love. Marcus chaired physics. Quantum ethics his jam. Nodding to Tyler's toast, till legacies unpoisoned. Tyler, silver flecked at 40. Raised a seltzer, still sober. Firm a billion-strong green behemoth. Lila wife. Lawyer partner. Beamed beside. Their brood, Lila Jr. Teen artist. Ethan coder in training. Rachel and I, elders graced. My beard white-streaked. Her scar faded to story. 10 years since the burn, Rachel murmured. Hand in mine. Ring worn smooth. Feels yesterday. Warehouse ghosts? Faint. Therapy tamed. Ellie sidled. Mira on hip. Dad, your keynote tomorrow? UN AI Summit. Nervous?
Nah.
Phoenix Protocols Law Now Global. My nonprofit? Empire of Equity. Ethics audited worldwide. Victor's backdoor a cautionary code. But Eve's edge. Package arrived, courier drone. Unmarked. Inside, locket. Engraved Yh. Ellie Harlan. Chain. Sarah's. Lost in wreck. Note. Truth's last layer. Forgive.
Zenda?
Victor's solicitor. Dying confession. The switch? Half-lie. Your sperm. Yes, but Victor's tampering. Eugenics whim. Enhanced? No, clean. But he dreamed designer heirs. Horror flickered. Mad science under boardroom sheen. Ellie read.
Paled. Creep.
But I'm me. We burned at dockside. Ashes to sea, ritual redux. Summit dawned, Tokyo neon. My speech. From betrayal's glitch to global guardrails, revenge coded right. Applause thundered. Handshakes sealed pacts. Back stateside. Family fused. Annual Hail Harlan hoedown. Beach to cabin circuit. Lila Rose's band gigged. Glitch girls, ethics anthems. Theo quantum hacked games fair. Ethan apprenticed my Phoenix. Tyler's memoir dropped. Shadow pivot and YT top. Proceeds to Sarah's scholarship. Hundreds fostered. Rachel's finale. Full circle code. Recipes. Reflections. A cookbook of closure. One night. Cabin fire pit. Grandkids roasting. Ellie confessed. Mom's journal. Found in storage. She knew the tampering. Left to protect, from Victor's grasp. Sarah's shield. Eternal. Tears hot. Hug chain. Twist ultimate. DNA archive breach, global hack. My samples flagged, anomaly. Victor's lab, exposed. Eugenics ring crumbled. His cronies cuffed. Feds called. Harlan? Consult. Gladly. We testified joint family front. Gray truths bared. Ending. Empire's ethical. Sin's scaffold to strength. No pure right. Victor's villainy villain made. My vengeance, vigilante veiled. Tyler's shot, salvation shot. Debate sparks, heroic arc or hubris loop. In America's infinite if. We choose. Build on. Broken beautiful. Forgiven? By ghosts.
Yes.
By grace.
Ours.
And the wheel turns true.